What is going on, everybody? tjgotkicks89 here, back with another Grail pickup review that we got during a recent restock of this shoe. If you read the name and the title of this video, you would know that it is on the Lebron 9 Watch the Thrones. I didn't have the money to pick this up eventually because it was one of the most expensive releases from Nike in terms of retro in recent years. I mean, probably the most expensive Jordan retro to release is probably the 18s, and that is because of the amount of material and carbon fiber that they use on the shoe. But let's not talk about that. Let us talk about this specific Grail that is never ever going to be released ever again to the general public. At one time, the Lebron 9 Watch the Throne was one of the most sought after releases, hitting even $20,000 US on the aftermarket, eBay specifically. But it's back in 2021, 2022. I forgot when these released, but I got them, and definitely one of those pairs that I don't think I can ever wear. So I'm gonna try to keep this pristine in my collection. So let's talk about the box. Box is your standard drawer style box from LeBron. All around the box you've got just LeBron branding. You've got his LJ crown logo right there. Red Nike hits. Basically this is just a white LeBron box. But yeah, let's get into the shoe because this is what we're all here for, aren't we? So when you open it up, you get this red contrasting drawer. Contrasting to the white, adds a nice little color pop, and as you go inside you get one of the most amazing views ever of this masterpiece of a shoe. So I unlaced this one just to try on just now, but let's keep the right pair inside. And I believe they came with this box, this card thing. These shoes have been created in limited quantities. It basically just asks you to remove the lace lock before you play, otherwise you're gonna be poking people with this thing. Coincidentally, around the same time that these retroed, the Big Bangs also retroed as well. So that just recently went on sale on Nike, so next month inshallah. So this is the shoe that we are going to be talking about today. Like I said, a masterpiece from the people over at Nike, most specifically Jason Petrie, who was working alongside the king LeBron James when he was creating this shoe. So this shoe was created by Jason Petrie of the Alpha Project and LeBron James, and it is one of the most stunning shoes in the entire LeBron collection. I remember these being all over the walls of Hoop Stations, Lot 10 at that point in time, the newly opened store, and it was every single color from the Hornets to I think it was the Lakewoods, the black and reds, obviously the Free Gums, all of that. But this shoe had a lot of interesting collaborations and really interesting colors, and as they went away, the resale prices obviously skyrocketed up, and this was one of the first LeBrons to incorporate the second generation of Flywire, I believe. So let's just talk about the way that the shoe was built and specs and whatnot. So this shoe is a LeBron 9 silhouette, obviously, and it is 100% synthetic, I believe, so vegans can wear this. But it's primarily a I was about to say suede, a fuse and second gen fuse with Flywire underneath. So you've got the fused areas here, and that mesh is the Flywire, and you've got some ballistic mesh nylon going over to the back. You've got a gold swoosh there, and going over to the back you've got another nice gold hit right over there. Second gen fuse and second gen Flywire again. Over on the medial side, same thing, and with a bigger swoosh over there. I'm just speechless about this shoe right now. But this shoe is the reason that it is so hyped, and so when Nike re-released this thing, us old school sneakerheads were very ecstatic, because this was a shoe that was created in very limited numbers. It was like one of those you could never get kind of shoes, because only 17 pairs, I believe, were in existence back in the day. I believe this was around 2009 when it released, and I saw this on a forum, or I think it was a Soul Collector magazine, but it was the King that put this photo up somewhere. I may have been like early Instagram, or could have been Twitter, but he put this shoe up, and when we saw it, we instantly knew that it was a hit. And the reason that it has the name Watch the Throne is because he created this shoe specifically for the Watch the Throne tour, the CD that was a collab between Jay-Z and Kanye West. And you could tell that it has the same aesthetics as the album cover and the album artwork, because it has this very I call this a very, I don't know what to call it specifically, but because in my mind I know that Ricardo TC has this, so it's just that very Givenchy premium, the roses all over and on the inside as well, with the lace lock. So this, when we saw this shoe, we knew that this was not a shoe that you could ever play in, but LeBron James did. So yeah, like I said earlier, Ricardo TC helped design this specific pair. It came from I believe, if you look in the artwork of the shoe and all around, you can see 3 different flowers. I think the coronation, the rose, and another one, each symbolizing the different cities that they came from. Kanye being Chicagoan, so Jay-Z being from New York, and LeBron being from Ohio, from Cleveland, basically. So yeah, this is one of those shoes that you will never ever get again, and while it's around, please grab it while you can. The fit on this shoe, I think everyone says it correctly, it's a little bit snug, but it's only because of this thing. So you have to really loosen up the laces all the way down and really move them away from the shoe, basically, so you can get your foot in. This Ricardo TC lace lock is obviously the main showpiece of the shoe, including along with the lining of the shoe as well. So I think to go just into tech specs of the LeBron 9, it is essentially, like I said, 2nd gen Flywire. You've got the ballistic nylon to obviously contain the shoe. This design carried over to the LeBron 13, I believe, with the wings and whatnot. And on the inside, you've got these, I think they were called the Elite cushion pillows, I think. The Elite version had them all around the shoe, on the inside of the shoe, but that's what you get. Hex pads, kind of like Nike had those compression with those hex units and whatnot, so that's supposed to help cup the ankle and probably provide a lot of comfort on the inside. On the inside, you've got more of that coronation flower pattern going on, and you've got the LeBron LJ crown logo on the inside going on there. On the bottom, you have got one of the most interesting soles ever. This is the clear sole version. There is another version with a glow in the dark. You can find it on the dark web somewhere, on the web I mean. And you've got the air unit, the 180 air unit, and a 4-foot zoom unit in the front, which is articulated, I believe, to coincide with the whole flex grooves that you have going on there. On the middle piece, you have a carbon fiber that helps with foot stability and whatnot, and that is all the way to the front and to the back, I believe, so it kind of helps propel your foot and whatnot. And what else do we talk about? There's a lot to talk about on this shoe, but it is one of those performers that if you played in this back in the day and you saw this retro, you just wanted to have another shot at playing in them again. Oh, the stability wings here goes all the way down to this part of the shoe, and if you pull your laces tight when you're playing in them, they will help lock your heel and draw your heel into the ankle part of the shoe, and that just helps lock your foot in for stability. This shoe looks bulky, but it moves really fast, as I recall. And yeah, you'll never ever get a chance to see this ever again. Resellers have started to pick this up and try to keep it for themselves for the aftermarket. If you're smart, you will do what I did and just pick it up for the retail price, because you're never ever gonna see this masterpiece ever again. The black and gold really just does it for me. The whole Ricardo TC Givenchy-esque aesthetic also just does it for me. So LeBron 9, Watch the Throne, going into my collection. Definitely not gonna see this on my foot for some time. I have to wear them around, obviously. And yeah, TJ got kicks 89. Watch the Throne, guys. I'm out.